We're back for the penultimate episode of the series, Making the Submission. This one is going to be on the inverted triangle of all things. So the goal isn't necessarily to fully explain the inverted triangle. It's just a very good example of the season 1 episode of choke theory, of why you can see these chokes, you can be squeezing and squeezing and not getting anywhere, but not understanding why. And it's easy to see with the triangle and the arm triangle, the rear naked, about changing the accuracy and why that can fix the choke. But the inverted triangle is very difficult to see. So we'll do it from the bottom of side control. So here. Yeah. So the inverted triangle. So I've caught his arm and I've caught his head. We're going back to choke theory. The problem with this choke then is that his the artery I want to catch is here, right? When you do a rear naked, you've got the V of your elbow, and that sits in front of the windpipe, so the forearm and the bicep bite into the carotid arteries at the front here. The problem with this is there's nothing pretty much anywhere near near the front of his neck for me to do that. The V, like the V of the elbow in a rear naked, is actually sitting behind his neck here. Isn't going to help me in the slightest. What usually happens when you do this choke is you'll wrap up and you'll squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and you'll be pulling the arm and all kind of magical things, which again, we're trying to close 2 straws. If it's taking both my legs and both my arms to do this, and I can't even close down what is essentially 2 drinking straws, something's horribly wrong. So my accuracy is off. So if you look at the old triangle that we did before, his artery is there right now. I want to have it facing my leg ever so slightly. Not too much, that's now his windpipe, and it's kind of, his artery is now hitting inside my knee. Just a tiny amount, and I'm going to kick up through it there. Then his shoulder gets pulled down and in front of his neck here. So not just up to his ear, not just across his neck. I need to guide his shoulder in front. So I move his head ever so slightly, put the pressure in there, and then we have it. So going back to this triangle here. So looking at the accuracy problem, his artery is all the way around there. You could try and twist his head, grab his face, but you're in real no position to get a good grip on him. You'd have to like grab his nose or fish hook him, and that's inefficient. So instead, once I have hold of him and have hold of his arm, I'm chopping his head down here. I'm going to use this leg to change the angle and bring him ever so slightly above me. Now, the bottom of my hamstring here can push up into his neck. The next problem then is bringing this arm forwards and across the front of his neck here. Pulling it, again, I'm not in a great position to try and pull it. So instead, my bottom leg, this little guy, is going to move this way to try and pull his shoulder forwards. So, it's wrong. I can be squeezing and kicking and all this kind of stuff and not getting anywhere. But if I instead bring him over the top of me, bring it in, and this leg, that's my choke. Nice. So looking at this then, is you have a lot of these kind of situations with triangles where the angle's off, like diamond cutters, etc., where you can be kicking away and trying to use all your strength, and it's not doing anything. Being able to look at chokes like that and see the accuracy problem, see that there's no leg or arm or whatever here, is it possible to fix it? Can you change the angle? Can you bring them ever so slightly above your head? If that's the case, then yes, play around with these things. So try that inverted triangle. Bring the shoulder in front again, instead of just trying to bring it across the neck, which would be what I'm doing. I'm trying to make his arm do this. A good example of the fact that we all know this is if I asked you to just take your pulse now, here, you do that. But you turn your head and do this, which is theoretically almost choking yourself. you don't do this, you'll feel nothing. It almost puts your muscle in the way. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do when it comes to these chokes. So one move his head in, one feel his pulse instead of his fingers to his shoulder. Here, nothing happens. I want everything to be moved in, and there's my choke. So play with the inverted triangle. Next episode is going to be the last one. It's going to be on heel hooks. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching that video, whatever the hell it was about. Please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. If there's a bell icon, it should be on this side. Please click on that if you want to get notifications for any new videos I make. If there are other videos around my head someplace, please click on those for more techniques. And in the description is a link to my Patreon if you want to support the channel in any way. So thank you for your time.